Now we'll have a look at this beautiful question. Look at the series below and write a program to print or find the nth term. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34. Now look here, it is an increasing order itself. And if I'm going to check with this, I can say they will be giving out first two terms, and third term is nothing but sum of 1 and 2. Fifth term is nothing but sum of 2 and 3. And eighth term, 8 is nothing but sum of 3 and 5. And this 13 is nothing but sum of 5 and 8. Yes, it is nothing but nth term. Nth term is nothing but the sum of the previous two terms, right? Yes, very good. And look here, that has been explained here. For n equals to 15, the value is 987, which is the sum of the 13th and the 14th term. All right. And they have told n value will not exceed 30. And they have given the condition also. N value will not exceed 30. So we can assume that. Yes, fine. Yes, how are you going to work with this? Is how you're going to work with this. Can you see we need a for loop here? Can you see we need a for loop or while loop? Because recursive value is required. Right? We need a loop here. We cannot go with this directly because the whole value, it completely depends on the previous thing. Whole value completely depends on the previous two values. Yes, I'll go with this. Any doubts you have, please ask. I'll go with the programming sheet here. Okay, we need to, I'll erase all those things. Okay. Now look here, they will give out the nth term here. Okay, they'll be giving out the nth term. And in this case, they have told 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. 21 plus 13 gives 34. 34 gives 55. Right, 55, and it will give us 89. So it goes on like this. Now what you have to do is you have to start taking out the first two values. Right, you have to start taking first two values. What I can say, yes, because if I'm going to look at the first two values, I cannot take out the previous two terms, right? I cannot take out the previous two terms. Please look into this. So what you have to do is, if I'm explaining it one by one, if n is equals to 1, then what you have to do? You have to print 1. You have to print 1. Okay. Or else, if you want to take it out, if n equals to 2, if n equals to 2, then you have to print 2, right? What you can do is, else if n equals to 2, you can go with that also. Please look into this. Else if n equals to 2, you can print, okay, n equals, you can print 2 itself, sorry. You can print 2. Okay, you can print 2. Now after this, that is nothing but else. After this, you need to run a condition. Now what if the value of n is 3? N is 3. You have to take out the previous two values. That is nothing but 1 plus 2. What if n is 4? You have to take out. If n is 4, for that you have to know previous n and the previous n. Getting it? So what I'll do is, I'll write down a for loop here for I starting with what? Starting with 3. I starting with 3 here. I starting with 3. Okay. I starting with 3. I less than or equals to n. I less than or equals to n. I plus plus. For this, what I'll do is, before this for loop, I will take t1 equals to 1 and t2 equals to 2. That is nothing but the first term and the second term. First term is 1 and the second term is 2. Okay. First term is 1 and second term is 2. I've taken that. T1 equals to 1 and T2 equals to 2. Now inside this, if I want to find out the first value of I will be equals to 3. So I can take nth term, okay, or else I can take a result equals to T1 plus T2, result equals to T1 plus T2. Result equals to T1 plus T2. I'll take out T1 plus T2. Now look here. Looking at this, I can say that when n equals to 3, I will get 1 plus 2, that is equals to 3. When n equals to 4, what happens? Again, it will take T1 equals to 1 and T2 equals to 2. I should not do that. I need to update it. I need to update it. I will take out, after this, after taking out result, I will take out T1 equals to T2 and T2 equals to what? The next value. That is nothing but result. I'll update it. And at last, after coming out of this, I will give the printf statement. Printf percentage the result. Printf percentage the result. Is it clear? Is it clear? Please ask if you have any doubts in this. So we'll be having, or we'll be calling a for loop. Yes, you can use a for loop or you can use a while loop also. It's up to you. I'll go with the coding part. If you have any doubts, please ask. So first we'll be taking out n terms. Next, inside which I'll be taking if n equals to 1. N equals to 1. What I'll be doing is I'll be taking out the printf 1. Next, else if n equals to 2, what I am going to do here is I'll be taking out printf 2. I'll be taking out printf 2. Else in the sense, else n is greater than 2. N will be greater than 2, right? Else. Now I'll be taking out else here. Else. Inside this, I'm running a for loop. Inside this, I'm running a for loop. Yes, for. Before for loop, as I've already told, I'll be taking out the term T1 equals to 1 and T2 equals to 2. T1 equals to 1 and T2 equals to 2. T2 equals to 2. Now I'm going to take out for I equals to 3. I'm starting from I equals to 3. I less than or equals to n. I less than or equals to n. I plus plus. Inside which I'll be taking result equals to, because I need to print result. Result equals to T1 plus T2. T1 plus T2. Now I got the value for I equals to 3. That is nothing but 1 plus 2. That is nothing but 3. Now the next term, I need to update the value. Now T1 and T2 should not be 1 and 2 itself, right? I need to update T1 equals to T2. This is updating the value, and T2 equals to the result. T2 equals to the result. Okay. Once after coming out of it, what do you have to print? Okay, at last you have to print, not here. Yes, inside this, you have to give out a printf statement, and that printf statement should be percentage d result. Yes, I need to initialize now. I have not taken T1 and T2. I will take out int n, T1, T2, and I need to take out result also. Any other thing? Yes, I have used I. Yes, these are the terms I have used. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. And for more updates on similar videos, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.